This room that we're in is kind of monumental for me because this is where I had my watch party.
Your watch party? Oh, for the...
for mayor.
You're a mayor?
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, I should mention that we're here with Karen Best in Branson, and it's the end of the year, and I thought it'd be fun to get together and talk about what's been going on in Branson, what the plans are, that sort of thing. But so you had your election. When were you officially elected? I'm not very good at this.
The election was April the 7th or 8th, and then I was sworn in the next Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, they're quick.
Yes, very quick. I thought I was going to have 3 weeks before I was sworn in. So when it was the next week, it was like, oh my, I got to get ready.
Yeah, it's like not planning for final exams.
Exactly. Yeah. And then going and, I got 24 hours to cram. So,
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. And so what made you want to run? I mean, my family has been in politics for years. And
I haven't.
I stay away from it because my family was in politics. I saw my grandfather actually run for election, and it was so stressful on him.
Yeah,
but what made you want to do it?
It's funny because I really, I've never had a desire to be in politics. That's never been anything on my radar. If you'd asked me this time last year, I filed 1 year ago today.
Oh, really?
And it really wasn't until about 30 to 60 days before that I had seriously entertained the idea of running. And, in my opinion, Branson was at a crossroads. You're constantly moving. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards, but you're always moving.
Right.
And I just felt like we were moving in a backwards direction, and I wanted to see us go forward. So I kept trying to talk people into running, and I couldn't find anybody to run. And finally somebody said, I think you should run. I think you do a great job. And I was like, I don't know.
But then you saw the paycheck.
Yes, that big paycheck of $6,500 a year.
Seriously, that's what it is?
Yeah.
They make that much?
Yeah, we are in the big bucks.
Yeah.
So you definitely don't do it for the money, that's for sure. And so I, gave it a lot of thought. I prayed about it, and I just really felt like that was the direction that I could make a difference. And so, I feel you can't complain unless you've tried.
Exactly.
So
I say that all the time.
If you don't vote, you really can't complain. You can complain, but...
I don't think it's valid.
I don't think it's valid either. So.
Yeah. But so what were you seeing? I'm curious what you thought about going backwards. What did you...
I saw a lot of buildings that were, being abandoned and were sitting empty. And we weren't attracting a lot of new businesses to town and new entities and new adventures. And so being having a real estate background, I felt like, I could bring a lot to the table in that arena. And I worked for MGM Studios in Los Angeles for 4 years, so having that background as well.
Oh, that's cool. Were you a character?
I think I felt like I was a character every day, but no, I did the special events and international publicity for them.
That would be fun.
Golden Globes was one of my babies.
Really?
So,
that's cool.
Negotiation skills is really in my wheelhouse as a real estate agent every day. So, I thought I could, negotiate to bring new businesses and new entities to town. So I felt that was a skill that I could bring to the table.
So how long have you lived in Branson?
I've been here 13 years.
13. See, I've been here 11 years. And I saw kind of what you're talking about, where several years ago there was such a fight about bringing new things in. Like people were really against it, and it was boggling my mind. Like the old school there's nothing wrong with the heritage of Branson at all. Absolutely. But you have to welcome new things.
Yeah, and I think that's it. You have to strive a balance. And, I've been coming to Branson since 1966, and the thing that brought me here was the beauty, the hills, the mountains, the trees, the lakes.
Right.
I mean, we have the most gorgeous postcard scenery in the world.
Yeah.
And so, protecting that while still... moving forward and growing is a balancing act that you have to do. And so, my thought was making the 76 Strip like an entertainment district. And that's where you can have the out-of-the-box types of things. But then when you're looking out, when you're coming to town from Springfield to the south or from Harrison to the north, you still see the beauty of the Ozarks when you're coming into town. So you still protect those assets that we have that's made us who we are.
Yeah, you're not paving over the walkways and the trails and stuff like that.
No, not at all.
But you have to think about the changing demographic that's coming to Branson for sure. And I know I do cruise ships part of the year, and so I'm outside of this bubble because sometimes you get trapped in that mindset. You get used to the buses and the certain crowds, but you have to recognize that you need to attract new crowds to keep the businesses going.
I just turned 56 last month, and I'm part of the baby boomer crowd. And baby boomers are not bus people.
Right.
We are not people to get on a bus tour to go somewhere.
I can't imagine doing it, to tell you the truth.
We still want to protect, like I said, the folks that have come here and the folks that continue to come here on the bus tours. But we also have to come up with something else to draw a younger demographic here.
And there's been a lot of announcements lately.
There has, and there's so many more to come.
I know. And so when we come back, I want to talk to you about what's gone on in 2015.
Okay.
And see what changes you've helped with, what you've seen, and what's going on this year. So we'll be right back with Mayor Best. Thank you for supporting All Things Branson. Be sure to subscribe and stay in touch on Facebook and Twitter. Check back at allthingsbranson.com for the latest news about Branson, Missouri.